Good morning to you. It is Wednesday, December the 4th. It's just before 9 o'clock, and we know what that means. It's time to check out the area's only live local talk and entertainment show, Virginia This Morning. I'm Bill Bevins. Amy Lacey and I love being here with you and being your host. We have a unique opportunity to showcase some great features right here on our live show.
Good morning, Mr. B. Good morning to all of you. It's so great that you can be with us this morning. It is cold outside, so it is a great day here in Central Virginia to grab your favorite hot beverage, sit back, relax, and enjoy this hour of programming that we have lined up for you. So many new and exciting things coming up. What's new in your life, Mr. B?
Well, 2 days in a row now, I've been a few minutes later getting in, and I brilliantly deducted that it's the 6 to 7 minutes I have to take to scrape the windshield.
It's that time again.
I did a lot for that.
This time of year, it always takes a little bit longer because you have to get the coat, you have to scrape off the windshield, you have to put on the defrost, you have to do all of that.
Walk out my flip-flops.
You could, but do you want to?
Well, and then when I got in the car, it said on my car, 16 degrees.
It didn't say that on mine. It said 24.
Well, it's a Volvo, so it's Swedish, so it may have lowered down, just to feel more at home. Yeah, so I'm like, no, that's not right. That can't be right.
Well, we'll be talking with Tom here soon enough, so he will be able to tell us if the Volvo...
If he's able to talk. He's been out there for a while. He may be a Tomsicle by now.
He may be a Tomsicle. Yesterday, though, I saw what I never thought my eyes would see, and that was Tom wearing gloves and many layers. So we will just have to determine if, he's going to be able to make it through the season with all of these conditions going on.
I don't think he drives a Swedish car, so his was warmer.
Yeah, his was more accurate.
Okay. Folks, it is customary for us to kick things off with a preview, and Kristen Loris is going to help us get started. Boy, she got a great assignment this morning. Kristen, happy High Point Wednesday to you.
Well, hello to you, Bill and Amy. Of course, good morning to all of our viewers. I'm here with our friend, Martha O'Keefe. Each year, the Catholic Church of the Redeemer presents No Room at the Inn Nativities exhibit. Look at this. It's so beautiful. So many details. Martha, of course, will share what's new this year when we connect with her later on today's live show. Bill, Amy, back to you.
Can't wait to learn more about that. And of course, it is the season to spread some holiday cheer. The Valentine is hosting its Winter Wander event, and you are invited. Christina Vita, curator of general collections at the Valentine, will fill in the details when we talk with her during our live show.
Got on her Christmas red.
Yeah, it looks great.
Too. And we enjoy staying connected to you, our valued friends and viewers of the show. So whether you are out and about or traveling or doing whatever you do to a fun destination, capture that moment and send it in our way. Coming up, we have a special version of Everywhere You Are. We can't wait to see what's landed in our inbox.
Well, now it is time to go outside. We are going to the CBS 6 Backyard Weather Center, and Tom Patton, he is taking one for the team this morning in those conditions. Rough weather out there for you this morning, Tom.
So, Tom, how close was my Swedish car to the actual temperature when it said 16?
Yeah, well, in Swedish, so here's what you got to do. You got to convert it from Fahrenheit to Fahrenheit. So 16 degrees Fahrenheit, you simply multiply it by 1, and there you go. And there you get the equivalent in Fahrenheit to 16 Fahrenheit.
Okay.
I don't know, Bill.
Is not carry the 6.
I think Tom needs to do a Where Did It Come From segment one day soon, because he would have a very good answer.
Yes, I understand, Amy. And by the way, the frost on the car. Here's a trick, and I got to redo this. Every year what I do is you get a spray bottle. Now, this is legit. You fill it up with about 60% alcohol.
Okay.
Rubbing alcohol, Bill, not
vodka.
Not the stuff in your glove compartment.
Okay.
And rubbing alcohol, and then water. So 6% alcohol, 40% water.
Yeah.
And maybe 70-30. It's up to you. You can go as crazy as you want. And you simply spray it on your windshield, and it takes all the frost away. Now, somebody's going to say, but it will destroy the rubber around your window because alcohol will dry it out. I think with the solution of around 60-40, 70-30, it's never happened to me. And it's not like you're using it year-round. You're just using it on the mornings of frost, but that usually takes good care of it. That's the trick, and it's worked fine for me. for years, and I've never had any issues with the rubber around the window.
So you've never gone down the road and the windshield just flew off because...
No cracks?
Not because of that, no.
The rubber around it just gave away and said,
No,
okay.
that hasn't happened.
Okay.
Well,
But
look
I'm
at
just
that.
saying that could be a long-term effect. But then again, I've never had any issues, so there you go.
We're delivering the driving hacks today.
Yes,
Thank you, Tom.
and it works great. So there you go. All right, anything else before we carry on with weather? No, let's move. Let's please go on. All right, so right now we've got a beautiful sky with some thin clouds. It's 29 degrees. We dropped to 20 this morning, so it was a really cold start, and we were the outliers. Everybody else was in the teens around the metro. A little bit of a south breeze now, a nice high barometer. Temperatures are now in the 20s comfortably everywhere. Well, comfortably, I mean figuratively speaking. And today we'll make it into the middle 40s, and it's going to become a bit on the breezy side this afternoon and evening. Tonight, not as cold, 30s. We've got a little lake effect snow, but high pressure is giving us the dry day. There's a strong cold front coming through. There's going to be some real cold air behind this. And this is really going to bring another shot of very cold air in as we go from tomorrow into Friday. Friday especially will feel it the most, and that storm system will give us more lake effect snow for the folks up in and around Ontario and Erie and surrounding Great Lakes. So for us, we'll start to see that front coming through here probably early tomorrow. It may drop a quick or light shower, maybe even a little mix in some spots to the north. Dry, cold air comes in behind it. Tomorrow's going to be windy as well. Friday will likely at least be on the breezy cold side. Temperatures stay in the 40s, overnight lows 30s and 20s. Friday should be the coldest day. Saturday is parade day. We're looking for 43, but a really cold start. But at least it's going to be a dry day, so just bundle up and have fun. And a little warmer early next week. I don't think that's going to last too long, but we could have some showery weather as well early next week. That's your forecast. High Point Wednesday. Virginia This Morning will continue right after this.
Hello, sunshine. You've been gone too long, but until you will let me
Hello, sunshine. Happy Wednesday to you. Virginia This Morning is the place where you can find out what's trending in and around our community. I'm Amy Lacey here with Bill Bevins. Good morning, Mr. B.
Good morning, folks. There's always something you can enjoy when you tune in each and every weekday morning from 9 to 10 a.m. as we get started this morning. So I kind of felt a little vindicated there because Tom said it was 20 here at the station.
Yep.
But cooler in outlying areas.
So that could have been right.
I'm out in Hanover, so maybe Mr. Volvo was right. It was 16.
I have a feeling it was, and it was not speaking Swedish this morning because it is cold out there, and I think
Just talk with a Swedish accent, though, which I kind of like.
Which, I mean, you have to like that. I mean, when I was in Pennsylvania for the weekend, it was very cold there, and, you know, it felt almost balmy when I returned to Virginia, but it caught up now
That
with the cool
breeze today
temperatures.
is not going to feel balmy. He was saying it's going to get breezy in this cold.
Yeah. I don't like a cold breeze. I only like a breeze when it's on a tropical island and I'm lying with my toes in the sand and hearing the waves.
the rest of the
then a breeze is beautiful, but not in the winter.
Okay. Well, I don't think we're going to be there today, so we'll stay here.
We'll start working on that,
Okay.
though.
All right.
Now's a great time to do a recap for those of you who are just tuning in this morning.
Here's what we got for you today. The Valentine is looking forward to their Winter Wanderer event and spreading some holiday cheer. Christina Vita is here, and she will tell us all about it.
And Evan Armour has the honor of peeking into our inbox to feature a few submissions that landed in there today. It is part of today's Everywhere You Are segment. That is still to come in our live show.
But wait, there's more. Right, Kristen?
Yes, that's right. Well, I'm here with Martha O'Keefe, and we're going to be taking a look at this nativity scene. She's been coming to our live show for years this time of year to preview the Catholic Church of the Redeemer's No Room at the Inn Nativities exhibit. She always brings in a beautiful nativity scene. We'll talk about everything with her and about this year's event that's still to come. Bill, Amy, back to you.
Yeah, we always learn so much
Absolutely.
from these different nativities from all over the world. Can't wait to get back into that. Okay, a new month means a chance to be a winner for somebody. It's the first Wednesday in December, so Amy, that only means one thing. It's time for this week's word game. Where'd that come from? All right, we're going to be a little seasonal for today's game. For those of you at home, here's how the game works. I mentioned a word and or a phrase that we've all heard and used in conversation. You have to figure out the origins of that word and or phrase and where'd that come from. Today's word, eggnog.
Okay.
Okay, eggnog.
Well, let me first preface by saying yuck, because whoever came up with the idea of drinking raw eggs, it's a texture thing for me. I do not like eggnog.
Okay.
But I will say I'm thinking medieval times.
Okay.
I'm thinking, well, we know the egg part. The nog part is, I'm thinking like having a little nosh of something. So like maybe just like a small little something with egg in it. Do you like
land on
that?
something there?
I landed on that. It's probably wrong because that is my record, but that's what I'm sticking with today.
Nosh.
Like kind of like a nosh, like a little something.
A nosh nog.
Yeah, just like a little something with eggs in it.
Okay. Well, Amy,
I'm
get
always
that one
slightly
right.
terrified.
It's the first Wednesday in December. Maybe she'll get it right. We'll have to stick around. Maybe you know what it is. We'll find out later on today's show. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to our live Wednesday morning show. The 41st Annual Dominion Energy Parade is this Saturday, December 7th. There will be big balloons, floats, marching bands, and much, much more, along with legendary Santa. They'll all be making their way from the Science Museum to 7th Street downtown. Richmond native and 2024 Team USA member, Olympic swimmer and medalist Charlie Swanson will serve as this year's parade grand marshal. You can also catch the CBS 6 team along the route. We certainly hope that you enjoy the parade. And keeping with the holiday theme, a very popular diner in Wakefield, Virginia has some tasty gift ideas you might be interested in. Take a look.
This segment is sponsored by Virginia Diner Peanuts, straight from the peanut capital of the world.
Now is the time to start looking for some holiday gift ideas.
The Virginia Diner has some great and tasty options to choose from, including their delicious peanuts. Joining us this morning is Lydia Pittman, and we welcome her to Virginia this morning. Welcome in. Thank you for making the drive all the way here from Route 460 in the diner.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for having me, guys.
So the Virginia Diner is such a special place. So if you have relatives, Virginians, who have moved out of state, across the country, around the world, if they get a Virginia Diner gift pack like this one or a can of peanuts or whatever, it's special, isn't it?
Yeah, so we have lots of different options for the gift season. This is our premium basket. We even have some create your own, but gives you a little chance to send some home to the relatives outside, or, you know, to have a spread for your own table. You know, we're a little close to Christmas, and it's that time of year where you're going to have people over to have some yummy goodies.
There are so many different choices. I probably have a favorite. Bill probably has a favorite.
Well, I've tried pretty much all of them before the cameras came on. So,
What is the favorite? Is there most popular?
Yeah, well, our salted peanuts are definitely the most popular. Yeah, and next to that are Old Bay. People love Old Bay. You know, we're in the Mid-Atlantic, and these are fantastic. It's the real deal. And then, of course, we have a ton of different chocolates and candies on the website as well. If you have a little sweet tooth.
yeah, let's go back to the base here. Let's talk peanuts.
Yeah.
Is it because you're in that location of Virginia where the peanuts are grown, or what makes the peanuts so special for the Virginia Diner?
Yeah, so we are in the peanut capital of the world, and you know, out there they've been growing peanuts for a long, long time. Actually.
From day one.
Yep. Yeah. So, but we have a special process as well that makes them a little bit more special than, you know, maybe everybody else. But We make them, we blanch them, and then we roast them, and it gets them extra crunchy. They're blistered, so they have a little bit more flavor than your standard grocery store peanuts.
I didn't know so much went into that. So it looks like you have your standard flavors here, but you have more than just peanuts, whether they're dipped in chocolate. I see some cookies over there.
Absolutely. So we have peanuts, we have candies. If you have somebody with a sweet tooth needing a gift, we even have these amazing sea salt caramels and some pecan turtle doves. They're fantastic.
Dark chocolate.
Yes, dark
Double
chocolate
dark.
too. We have a couple of our diner pantry staples as well, cookies, biscuit mixes, that type of thing online
Are
as
those
well.
cashews?
Those are cashews.
They
These are
snuck
butter
in there.
toasted
How'd they get in there?
Yes, these are amazing.
All right, well, welcome to the family. There used to be a saying in Richmond, you're really Richmond if. You're really a Virginian if you've been to or had some of the Virginia Diner peanuts.
Absolutely. We've been around for
Kind of a
95
birthright
years
almost,
now.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I love them. I love everything about them. And you said blistered, and I'm like, that doesn't sound good. But what I noticed, and I've always noticed, there's little blisters
Little
on
bumps
there.
on
yeah,
them.
little bumps on
Yeah.
there, and that's part of what makes them so crispy, isn't it?
Yep,
Little
absolutely.
blisters on your fingers there. I think I saw this one right here, didn't
I've been working out.
Didn't I?
Yeah, a little bit. Well, this is a great gift idea, and we started there by saying if you want to send to somebody that's from out of state. But of course, we got parties coming up too. So how hard is it to get a Virginia Diner peanut, the real thing?
The real thing. Well, if you're going to be on your way from Richmond to the beach, you can stop by Virginia Diner. We're on 460 in Wakefield. If you're not going to be by, please go to vadiner.com. You can order all of this that you see, many different gift sets, and we have our full inventory on the website.
And who do the peanuts make a good gift for? Anyone?
Pretty much
Everybody.
anybody. Yeah, we even have things, kids, adults, any age. We have different price ranges. If you need something for your kids' teachers, if you need something for your boss, they'll love you, I promise.
People named Bill. People named Bill.
Absolutely.
Send them that
Great
way.
gift for people named Bill. Thank you for coming in all the way from Wakefield
absolutely.
today, bringing all these goodies with you.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
All right.
Virginia Diner peanuts are so delicious, and you can visit the Virginia Diner at 408 County Drive in Wakefield, Virginia. You can call them at 888-823-4637 or visit them online at vadiner.com.
Okay. Stay tuned. Virginia This Morning returns after a quick break. All right.
That tune always has a way of bringing a smile to our faces. It is time for our Everywhere You Are segment. You send in your fun moments and we share them right here on air.
Absolutely. Our Evan Armour is going to open up the inbox and see what we have to share today.
Hey, good morning. We love seeing all those pictures and videos that you send our way, no matter how you get it to us. If you send it to our Facebook or Instagram page, you use the submission form on our website, or you send it in an email. A huge thank you for sharing your daily lives with us. We love seeing it. I have a couple submissions that I want to highlight today, so let's get right to it. Neil has been spending a lot of time in the kitchen. Earlier this week, we shared a picture of his fruit cakes during our Everywhere You Are segment. And now we want to share another one. These are the homemade rolls that he recently made. How good do those look? I know your kitchen is smelling divine, Neil. Love these pictures. Love seeing what you're making. Thank you so much for sharing this one with us, too. And speaking of something tasty, take a look at this here, a photo from Virginia This Morning viewer Ray. This is a dish at Vampire Penguin Twin Hickory. I asked him what was in this bowl here, and here's what we've got. This right here is hot fudge, brownie pieces, cheesecake bites over vanilla bean ice cream. What an awesome combination. Looks like such a great dessert. Our friends at the Perkinson Center for the Arts and Education shared this picture with us on our Instagram page. Backpacks for the Homeless RVA organized a successful backpack stuffing event the other day with a fantastic turnout. Perkinson Center says each backpack that you see here represents a member of our community who needs some support: a mother, father, sister, brother, aunt, uncle, and a child who needs a hand. What a great event for a great cause. Love seeing that visualization right there of all those backpacks. Well, we want to send a very big shout out to our friends at Keep Virginia Cozy. They recently marked a massive milestone. Look at this. They've been keeping track and say they have officially removed 1 million pounds of litter. They work so hard to clean up our rivers, forests, streams, and parks. It is an absolutely massive undertaking, but we are so grateful for their commitment to that. So big thank you to them and a congratulations. And one more shout out here this morning. Great friend of the show and very talented musician, Johnny Lee Long, recently celebrated his wedding anniversary with his beautiful bride. He shared this photo with us on our Facebook page. Looking fabulous. Congratulations to the two of you. And I would like to point out this couple right here, always the best dressed wherever they go. That's a look at some of the latest submissions to hit our inbox for everywhere you are. And now I'll send it back to you.
Oh, thank you, Evan. That was a great snapshot of what our friends of the show have been doing over the past couple of weeks. Now it's your turn to do the same. Send in something fun.
All you have to do is upload a high-resolution picture or video and do it to one of our social media channels, or just send it to our email, virginiathismorning@wtvr.com, and we'll take care of the rest.
This segment is sponsored by Bryant and Stratton College.
Whether you're a college-bound high school senior or a returning adult learner, finding ways to pay for college isn't easy, but there are plenty of options out there for you if you do your research. Our friends at Bryant and Stratton College say that they can help show you how you can afford college in 2025. Joining me today to talk about it is the college's Richmond Market Director, Beth Murphy. Thank you for coming in today.
Oh, thanks for having me.
So what do you tell someone who says, I absolutely cannot afford college in 2025?
First of all, college is an investment, but there are ways to make it affordable. And it is one of those situations where you don't know what you don't know. And what I love about Bryant and Stratton College is that as a prospective student, and even as a continuing student, you have access to experts in this area. So we have financial aid advisors who will sit down with every student and talk about, okay, here's the costs, but now here's the ways we can fund it. And we need to keep in mind there's federal funding, there's institutional funding, there's scholarships that your current employer might have. So it's important that you talk to an expert about that.
So you listed federal, some of those other options. What options are out there?
Well, of course, there's federal options. We, as a college, Bryant and Stratton College awards scholarships as well as grants. And then there's a lot of local scholarships. And depending on the type of scholarship you receive, Bryant and Stratton College may match that scholarship. So sometimes it takes a little bit of digging. And again, I think it's about talking to the expert, not just necessarily talking to the friend or whatever, but talking to a professional to see what your options are.
What about a student who maybe comes to you and they have already received a scholarship from an outside source?
So the good news about that is that some of those scholarships are available to be matched at Bryant and Stratton College, which I think is great. So you could receive a $500 scholarship that all of a sudden turns into a $1,000 scholarship. So again, coming forward, talking to the financial aid advisor, laying out, okay, here's what I have and the scholarships I've received, really helps us paint that picture.
When someone comes to register for the upcoming semester, what should they have in their toolbox to get that financial aid process started?
So the financial aid process all starts with that dreaded FAFSA, which is a lot less threatening than it sounds. But in order to complete that effectively, you need to have your ID. You need to have, ideally, your taxes from last year, but if not, a general idea of your income, and then just an open mind. And we'll sit down and we'll set you up so that you can complete it and get that process started.
Of course, the January semester is just right around the corner. When someone comes into you to get that started, you have a rapid registration process that's going on.
We do, which just basically means that we're going to do everything we would normally do with a new student, but we're just going to do it a lot faster. So you're still going to sit down with admissions advisor to make sure you get on the right path. You're going to talk to the financial aid advisor so we can figure out how to afford college. We're going to build you a schedule that works around your life, but again, we're just going to do it really fast.
Well, thank you, Beth, for coming in today and letting folks know that they can absolutely give themselves the gift of an education during this holiday season and take it into 2025. Thank you so much for coming in today with such important information.
Thank you.
Here's the information that you want. Bryan and Stratton's Rapid Registration Days campaign begins with their open house kickoff. It is happening this Saturday, December 7th. It goes on from 10 a.m. until 1 p.m. at the Richmond campus. For more information, here's the number to call, 888-839-1718, or visit the website bryantstratton.edu. You can also connect on social media as well. Virginia This Morning returns after the break. Stay with us.
This segment is sponsored by Our Home Magazine.
Welcome back. Celebrate the holidays with some cheer on Court End.
The Valentine is looking forward to their Winter Wander event coming up this weekend. And here to tell us all about it is Christina Vida, Curator of General Collections at the Valentine. Good morning. Thank you for coming in today.
Yes, good morning. And we are so excited on Sunday afternoon from 12 to 4 to welcome folks down to the Valentine Museum in the Court End District. We're going to have tours of the Wickham House, which if you haven't been to see the Wickham House at the Valentine, it's an early federal period home, and you can come and learn all about the Christmas traditions, which were much different from today. So no Christmas trees for the Wickham family. The first Christmas tree didn't actually show up in Richmond until the 1840s.
How about that?
Yeah, when Augustus Boddicker had one in his apothecary shop. So the Wickham House doesn't have Christmas trees, but we do have a lot of other festive traditions. So getting together with family, having delicious meals, and yeah, and then they would have also put out holly decorations with the red berries.
So there's still plenty of time for celebrating. So much entertainment is happening as well.
Yes.
We were talking about what's happening outside of the Wickham House.
Yeah, we have a lot of great partners that are involved with Winter Wander. So we're going to have the Virginia Opera on site. They're going to be doing performances. Richmond Ballet's Minds in Motion. Folks are going to be performing out on Clay Street, absolutely. And then we also have a klezmer band that's going to be performing. Yeah, and folks can actually enjoy a lot of other local historic sites too are going to be open 12 to 4 on Sunday, and you can take the trolley from site to site. So we'll have the John Marshall House is partnered with us, White House of the Confederacy, the Poe Museum, Masonic Hall, St. Paul's Episcopal Church. We have crafts, we have hot cocoa, and this is all free. So we want folks to come down. There's free street parking on Sunday. Come on down and join us and celebrate, kicking off the holiday season.
And you had said too, with the trolley, there will be folks from the Valentine who are on board. So as you go from place to place to place, you can get a tour about our city and learn a little bit more about it that maybe you didn't know going into it.
That's right. We have a ton of folks who are so knowledgeable about the history of Richmond, not just of Court End, but of Shockoe Bottom as well. And so when you're on the trolley, you'll get to hear the bell ringing, but also learn a little bit more about Richmond history.
I love all of the pictures that we were just showing. It looks like it really is a party out there.
It's a really great holiday party. We love to have folks come, gather together, bring your family. It's perfect for multi-generational groups who want to come out, and then, and begin, really kick off your holiday season.
And
a lot of really unique opportunities too, like horse carriages that, that is a great thing to do with family members during this season.
Yeah, there was a time in Richmond, right, when there were no cars on the streets. So this is really harkening back to the 19th century and the 18th century and allowing folks that opportunity to come and take a carriage ride right from our location.
Just to see the horses, I feel like so many people just get excited about that. And the trolley, of course.
Yeah, definitely. All those different modes of transportation.
So when they come to the Wickham House, now you could be answering some questions. They could take a tour. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so it's going to be sort of a self-paced experience inside the Wickham House, which is great for families. So if you've got littles, we love to see the littles come through, talk about holiday traditions. But if you also want to stay and chat with our staff, I'll be inside the Wickham House. You can come and learn a little bit more about the holidays like they were in the early 1800s.
And something too that you've said, in years past, you've had about 1,000 people show up for this, so you're expecting another busy Sunday.
It'll be a busy Sunday. The weather is going to be perfect. It's not going to rain, but we have indoor events, outdoor events. You can enjoy, we have a food truck that's going to be available, so you can grab some lunch as well. It's really going to be a fun day.
I think there's going to be so many people there, so many fun and exciting things to kind of enjoy. Like you said, the self-paced walking through, so not only educational but also entertaining.
Yes, but then you can also go and make a holiday ornament. So we'll have multiple crafts that that folks can make. I think experiencing different types of music is going to be wonderful. So we'll have music in the Wickham House, but then also listening to the Virginia Opera, listening to the klezmer band, seeing the performances from Richmond Ballet, Minds in Motion students. It's just such a wonderful way for folks to really get enthused and energized.
I love hearing that because you just make me excited about the aspect of getting children with their grandparents, their parents, their friends, their family, everybody coming together, and there's something that everyone of all age can enjoy.
And this is what's happened throughout history, right? The holiday season was all about gathering together. The Christmas season used to kick off on the 25th, and it would last through the Epiphany on January 6th. And so we're just starting that a little bit earlier. And so it's really great to be able to gather folks together and celebrate together as a community.
So much to do. So much to see. That's all happening this weekend. Happy holidays, of course, to you. Thank you so much for coming in today.
We loved our conversation today.
Yeah,
Thank you so much. The Winter Wander is happening this Sunday, December 8th from noon to 4 p.m. at the Valentine. That's located at 1015 East Clay Street in Richmond. This whole event is free. For more information, visit thevalentine.org/event/winter-wander.
The Our Home magazine office is located at 1910 Bird Avenue, Suite 100 in Richmond. For more information, give them a call, 804-355-0111, or visit the website richmondmagazine.com/ourhome.
Mr. B, we will send it over to you now for more.
Loved hearing about all that history coming back to life this weekend. All right, let's bring it back to the present now. Folks, you can catch up and enjoy all of our segments again and again just by visiting our show website at virginiathismorning.com. Our website isn't the only place you can watch Virginia This Morning. We can be viewed on the apps Roku, Amazon Fire, Apple TV, and Android TV channels, and you can watch it there as well. Now, if you need the app, just visit the App Store on your device and search WTVR Richmond. It is absolutely free. Right now, we want to share Amy's recent conversation with one of the financial firms in Richmond.
This segment is sponsored by Welcome Home Financial Partners.
Market volatility, economic uncertainty, inflation. These concerns are top of mind for many working Americans right now. And if you're in or nearing retirement, you may be feeling incredibly unsettled. Back with us again are Ralph and Tim Short, the father-son team with Welcome Home Financial Partners, a Richmond area firm. This duo is made up of financial professionals focusing on preparing people for a successful retirement. Thank you both for coming in.
Thanks for having us.
Ralph, when we're talking about that uncertainty about the market, how can that impact retirement planning?
Well, what I would say for most people, you're going to have uncertainty in retirement because you've never done this before. You don't know what to expect. Life's going to make some changes and stuff to you. But the number one thing, if you have a plan, if you understand what you're going to do down the road, it's a whole lot easier. You can sleep at night. You have more peace of mind, but the market volatility, it's going to be there. We have no control over that. But if you have a plan to help limit or at least minimize that volatility on your lifestyle, on your plans for your retirement, you can sleep at night at this point in time. That's why you need to come and talk to people like us that understands your retirement goals, how to get there for you, and go from there.
Tim, what is maybe one mistake, one oversight that you're seeing retirees making right now?
Well, there's quite a bit, but I think probably the biggest one right now is their market exposure, right? So their risk tolerance is probably going to be a little bit less than it was during their working years, because if we're 20 years old and we take a hit in our 401k, well, guess what? You're probably not retiring at 21. You're probably going to work another 20, 30, 40 years. You've got time to make up. But with the volatility in the market, we never know what tomorrow brings. So if you still have your investment strategy lined up to where you were when you were 20 years old, it's probably not going to make you a successful retirement. Another big thing is tax planning. We've talked about this many times, is a lot of people don't focus on pre-tax money versus Roth money or after-tax money, and that could also change in the near future. Maybe tax rates do increase. Maybe you're going to have to take a pay cut, or you're going to have to pull more money out of your accounts.
One of the things I would say the biggest mistake for most people right now is called greed, because right now the market is very high. So what happens if we have another 2008 and you have all your investments in the market and you're in retirement and it just dropped 50%? How's that going to make you feel? How's that going to affect you from a mental standpoint? Because all of a sudden you may not have as much money as you thought you were going to have because of that. So it's greed. You got to take a step and make sure you're good.
Yeah, and I think that kind of goes back to timing. There's a lot of people that try to time the market. Well, nobody's going to be able to time the market successfully. You're going to miss something, right? So if you had a stock share of XYZ company and it was at $100 a share and it dropped to 75, and you're like, well, I'm going to wait for it to get back to 100. That's never guaranteed, right? So stop trying to time the market. You've got to take a look at your situation, what you want, what you need for retirement. That's what's key.
So with so many what-ifs and all of that uncertainty for the future, how can folks be planning today to be able to spend comfortably and confidently in their retirement?
I would say number one is know your numbers. Know what you need to have to live the lifestyle that you want. Most people's never seen anything like what we do when we do our roadmap, as far as a very detailed cash flow analysis of what you've got and what you're going to be able to do. So that's step number one, and have people to understand what it is that you need to do and go from there.
Yeah, and there's different phases, right? So phase one of your life is your working years, because things, you know, life's going to throw you curveballs. There's going to be good days, there's going to be bad days, but those are your working years. Phase two is your retirement years. And phase two is not going to be the same thing as phase one.
But you don't have to do this alone, because folks like you are ready with that roadmap, and you have an offer for some of our viewers today.
Sure do. So the first 5 callers from today's show, if you've saved $250,000 or more for retirement, we'd love to extend an invitation. Pick up the phone, give us a call. We'd bring you into the office, and we'll create your very own retirement roadmap. And the best part is, Amy, we'll do it on a complimentary basis.
That is fantastic information. Thank you so much. With so much uncertainty, it's great to know that there are partners in the community that can help us all navigate it.
Thank you.
If you want to make sure your retirement plan accounts for market volatility and economic uncertainty, Welcome Home Financial Partners has a great offer for you. For the first 5 callers with a portfolio of $250,000 or greater, they are offering a complimentary retirement plan just for you. This will allow Ralph and Tim to sit down with you and personally provide you with a roadmap, analyzing where you are right now, and discuss your best steps to really get you ready for a successful retirement. Call the number now, 804-729-0112. Again, that number, 804-729-0112. And stay with us. There's more Virginia This Morning right after this. Welcome back. The Church of the Redeemer looks forward to their annual No Room at the Inn event. The proceeds provide assistance to members of the community, and that includes outreach to build safe and secure homes for their friends in Haiti, too.
That's absolutely right. Representative Martha O'Keefe is here with a nativity display and joins us as a preview of this year's event, as she has done for many years now. And Martha, when you get, this is like the mini, there's just more than you can count nativities when you come to the actual event.
200.
Wow.
Yeah.
And plus.
She actually did
200
count.
plus,
There's
yeah.
probably a few extras in there.
Yeah.
First of all, homes in Haiti. Now, we hear these horror stories about what's going on in Haiti, but you guys still are like, okay, well, we're still going to help. And that's what you do. 30, did I read 37 homes built so far?
Right, yes.
Wow.
Directly from monies from No Room at the Inn, so generous donors that sponsor us and people that come and spend their money at the gala and come and see the exhibit. It's just wonderful that we can do this for the community in Haiti. I've met some of the women that we've built houses for, so, and
Talk
seen
about
them,
impacting a life.
It is.
That's for
it
real.
is. It really does.
All right, let's start. Can we start on this end and talk about some of the nativities?
Yes.
Yeah.
This one is from the Philippines,
Okay.
and this one is from India.
All right, no, don't go too fast now.
Okay.
All right, so this one from the Philippines looks like it's made out of driftwood that's been carved. Am I right on that?
Yes.
Beautiful.
Gorgeous. This one, I love the simplicity of it. It's just a carved piece of wood, but it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every nativity is special to the person that owns it, so it's special to us. So they don't have to be elaborate. These are very gilded, very fancy. This one's very simplistic.
I love it so much.
It's simplistic
That's
if you
probably
weren't the
my
one doing all the carving on
Yes.
it. Because, like, there was an axe chopping wood over here that somebody carved, and there's so much going on in there.
Yes.
For anybody who ever whittled, that's not simple to me. That looks really complicated, and a beautiful job on it, too.
Yeah, it's from Slovakia.
Slovakia?
Wow.
Yes, it's hand carved, and the people that bought it met the person who made it and his wife. So
Wow.
and they were talking
That's
about how
nice. Okay.
wonderful that was. I want to point out this little character in the front that
Yeah.
looks kind of out of place.
love
Yeah, it's a little plush character.
It's a little nativity sheep, and he has been searching for months for the 200 nativities. So he's been to Ashland on the railroad tracks. He's been out on the river.
It's kind of like a Where's Waldo looking for nativities kind of thing.
He even showed up at the wrapping party that we had at my house to wrap up 100 boxes for the nativity. I mean, not nativity, the diamond in a box that we have a gift from Diamonds Direct of a necklace that's just gorgeous. It's
Folks don't think Martha looks like a rapper, but she is.
and so he showed up there looking for nativities.
Yeah,
All he
very
found
good.
was boxes.
Yeah.
Well, you know, Bill, you and Bill talked about Haiti and the efforts there, but there are also a lot of local organizations that benefit from monies that come from this event.
Yeah.
I just want to go down some of those. MCEF, you have donated from 2013 to 2023 more than $90,000 to provide financial assistance for Mechanicsville residents who are facing eviction. That is no small feat right there. Also, My Path Forward between 2018 and 2022, more than $46,000 going for My Path Forward, which provides housing for teens aging out of foster care. Safe Harbor, that's a safe shelter housing for those fleeing domestic violence. Almost $33,000 between 2013 and 2017. And the list just goes on and on. Caritas, Hanover Safe Place, Moments of Hope. I mean, more than $11,000 or $12,000 to each of those organizations, which it just helps people who are living right here.
Yes, it does. And it's very important that we support people locally because homelessness, we need to do something to get rid of it. So we're trying on both ends, preventing people from becoming homeless through MCEF, and then actually supporting people who are homeless and trying to get into a house with Moments of Hope.
Yeah.
Your event is this Sunday, so.
Well,
Friday,
Friday
Saturday,
night.
right?
Yeah.
Friday night is the big gala. That's the big
Okay.
party. We have a big
Through Sunday.
Yeah, through
Okay,
Sunday. So
okay.
people can come in Saturday from 10 to 8 and see the Nativities exhibit. They can come in Sunday morning from 9 to 1 and see the exhibit. Friday night is the big party.
All right. I love this guy down here. This is so simple. Just 2 pieces of wood and some
shell.
They're
well, no, but the wood is back.
Yeah.
Is the back, and then some shells on there, and it's just adorable.
Every one of them is just
Yeah.
gorgeous. Thank you for coming in.
Yeah,
today.
it was a pleasure. Thank
Well,
you for having me.
Church of the Redeemer presents No Room at the Inn 2024. It is this Friday, December 6th from 7 to 10 p.m. and continues Saturday, December 7th from 10 a.m. until 8 p.m. and Sunday, December 8th from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. It's all located at 8275 Meadowbridge Road in Mechanicsville. For more information, you can visit our show website by early this afternoon. Just check out virginiathismorning.com.
All right, Kristen, we're going to send it over to you.
All right, and here's a look ahead to what's coming up tomorrow on our live show. We'll enjoy some fresh out-of-the-oven baked goods when Niall Duffy from 2.5 Irishman Bakery stops by. And we'll talk with Linda Levy, the president of the Fragrance Foundation, who will share some of the top perfumes for the holiday season. When we return from the break, we'll find out if Amy is a winner as Mr. B reveals the answer to this week's word game. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Earlier in the show, we gave you the phrase eggnog. You probably know what it means, but let's find out where that comes from. All right, this one goes back to the 16th century. Noggin was a small cup or a mug, and by the 17th century, noggin was about what was in the cup, like whiskey. Okay, so we're ending the show, and we're going to finish with eggnog. See, whiskey and the egg, and it was, and the nut. That's where that comes from. So not.
I was incorrect.
Not nosh.
Who knew?
Just
Who
a little
knew
sauce.
I would be wrong?
Just a little sauce in with the eggs. There you go.
I'm still on team not like eggnog. I know you either love it or hate it. It's very divisive, this eggnog conversation, and I'm on team I would rather just drink a glass of water as opposed to that. Or another type of a cocktail that celebrates the season.
Well, here's what you do. They put it in your cup, and you go, me, 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 me. Oh, that's good. And then, whoosh.
I've tried that, Bill, and it just hasn't worked for me.
You got caught.
Thank you to all of our guests today and to all of you for watching each day morning from 9 to 10 a.m.
We certainly appreciate the privilege of your time. We'll be back tomorrow morning, 8:56 a.m. Have a wonderful day and an eggnog. You didn't know what was in there.
Cheers.